Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. I've literally just got out of bed at 6:30. So we're having an early start this morning, but I wanted to do a full morning routine with you all. Quick splash of the face this morning. I had a shower last night, so sometimes I will either shower in the if I shower in the evening, I don't always shower in the morning. Is that gross? Surely there's other people out there that also do that. And then likewise, if I shower in the morning, I don't always shower in the evening. But anyway, I used last night, I only tend to use this once a day, but my cleanser, if I'm feeling like using a more stronger cleanser, I use the Obagi one. So I'm not going to use that this morning. I'm literally going to splash my face. What I am going to use though is an exfoliant, which one that I've been enjoying recently are these 04 pads. So from Medicube, they come in like a pre-soaked solution. I especially go around the kind of like pore area, zero pore pads, and also my chin. And then I use the other side to just lightly kind of go all over, staying away from my eyes. I've already taken out my Invisalign because I thought that was just, that's not worth going on the camera. I use this Dental Pod Pro, which you put the water in, put your Invisalign in, and then it sits on like a charger thing in my wardrobe room, and you can put a little tablet in there and it just helps keep it clean. It uses like ultrasonic things, I don't know, really good. I use my SPF, which I kind of use as a moisturizer in the mornings. This is the ultraviolet SPF 50+. Let's head downstairs and get some, well, first see if we'll let Barney out. Come on then. Good boy, you go be quick. Let's put the dishwasher on. That should have been done last night. Never mind. Right. Vitamins and supplements. Oh, Barney's back. Home is one of my supplements that I take every single day and have done for quite a while now. I honestly, I was trying to figure it out the other day. Has it been a year yet? I first saw it from Emily English, who is actually the founder. She's the nutritionist on socials. I have her cookbook, her recipe books. I love her recipes. And given that she is the founder and that she is a nutritionist, it's like gives me the confidence as a customer, knowing that, you know, she knows what she's talking about. She has in this case gut health at the forefront of her mind when creating these capsules, and they are a symbiotic duo cap, which essentially means you take one a day. If I just show you a bit closer up, it's almost like they're a capsule within a capsule, which helps the 11 bacterial strains reach your gut alive. I find when you're using a supplement or taking care of your gut, that spreads to other areas. It's not just purely with like upset stomach, bowel movements, gas, bloating. It kind of extends further than that, because your gut is like, it's like the body for your body in terms of it can help with skin. I know a lot of people who have tried this who have suffered with like eczema. It's really helped with their skin. So if that's also something that is a concern for you, then it might be worth giving them a try. And also hair, energy levels, like it affects so many different things. Yeah, supporting your gut in the best way possible via a tablet every single day. It's so easy. It's far easier than having to, you know, manage, I don't know, like refrigerating drinks and stuff like that. It's just a simple tablet, making it far easier for travel as well. Every single time I talk about Epitome, a few of you reach out to me saying how it's really changed the game for you as well, which just makes my day. So thank you so much if you send me messages like that. You can hear the sink going with the dishwasher. If you can, give them a try. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description box below, and my code, I find the best way is to go for the subscription option. It's like the best value, and it's obviously a cancel anytime subscription. You're not locked into any plans or anything like that, but it just means that it arrives at your door every time you need a top up, and it makes it really super easy and convenient. So thanks to Epitome for very kindly working with me on today's video. Now that we've taken our supplements for the day, I'm gonna head back upstairs and we'll put on some makeup before getting some breakfast. Okie dokie, back upstairs and time to put on some makeup. So I've already got obviously my base with the SPF. What I'll do is I'll link the products that I can down below so that if you want to shop any of these, then yeah, links are all there. I'm gonna go in with the By Terry T2 Tan base and body. Given that it is now officially spring, let's welcome spring with open arms. Say hello, spring. I want to have a bit of a spring home reset today. I feel like I've been in the mood to get the house a little bit organized with some spring bits and bobs. I'm ready to welcome it. I feel like most of us are done with winter now, ready to move on, ready for a fresh start. And this is what I was saying after Christmas, when you get into the new year. Hollywood Flawless Filter in shade 2. This is what I was saying about it's now's the time that really is the sign of like new beginnings, and you know, taking January a bit slower, not necessarily having to get straight back into organizing everything and getting the house in order from top to bottom, your diet, everything like that. That's kind of like what spring is about, I feel. Spring is sign of new beginnings, isn't it? So that's what we're in the mood for today. Also just used the Clarins BB cream. I think they call it skin detox fluid, and this has definitely been one that I have used for years and years. It's also so underrated. I don't hear anyone talking about it, and it also has SPF 25 in it if you did just want to go with that rather than an SPF under your makeup as well. But yeah, it's so underrated and one of my absolute hero non-negotiable items within my makeup collection. It does give you more coverage than you think for a BB cream. It does give really good coverage without it feeling like you're wearing a heavy foundation. I couldn't even tell you the last time I put on a foundation, honestly. I'm just gonna use a bit of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. The house is so quiet. I'm always, when I'm getting ready, having, like, I have something on in the background. Tom always says, like, makes a point of it, that I love watching YouTube whilst getting ready. But when I'm filming, obviously I'm not watching YouTube, I'm talking to you guys. And it just is so peaceful, it's so quiet. Maybe we should do our makeup without screen time a bit more often. Anyway, that is my kind of like base done, apart from powder, which I'll go on afterwards. Sorry, the lighting is a bit off because I'm sat in front of the window. I've got lights on here, window, natural light coming in here, but it's still quite dark outside because it's still so early. Hoola bronzer. This is the Toasted shade, which I know I mentioned recently. I think they're changing up the shades. I'll also just use a bit of that just to put on my eyelids. And then blush, I'm going in with the cream blush from Giorgio Armani in shade 53. It's a really gorgeous, kind of like bright but cool toned pop of pink for spring especially. I've been wearing the Rhode Toasted Teddy more often, which is like a lot deeper and warmer, but just started using this one again because, like I said, for spring, that nice pop of pink, light pink, I think is a really nice shade for this time of the year. Laura Mercier powder. These are another favourite product of mine from Bobbi Brown, the eyeshadow sticks. They're called the Longwear Cream Shadow Stick. I'm going to use the shade Truffle for like the inner corner of my eye and brow bone as well. Again, just blend that with my finger. Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand in Spotlight, and a little bit extra on the brow bone and the cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose and my Cupid's bow. Brush through my brows with the Benefit Precise to My Brow Pencil and fill in with the shade 2.5. Has everyone watched the new Peaky Blinders yet? The new movie? Hello. Hello, sweetheart. Hello. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for the day. For mascara, I have still been loving the Maybelline Sensational, Sensational Mascara in Body. I like the Sky High one as well, but this is just the one that I had from PR and really good. I don't think there's much difference between the two. I guess Sky High is if you prefer length and Body is if you prefer volume. But I think they're both really good. Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Liner. My only other lip combo I ever tend to do is a lip liner and some kind of a lip balm. This is a Summer Fridays one. This is in the mint, sweet mint. Minty fresh. And then we have it, my nice spring everyday light makeup routine. This is also another room that I absolutely love in the sunshine, our bedroom. Just the way that the sun comes through the blinds is just so nice. It's very relaxing and peaceful in here. I have to admit, it's one of the calmest rooms in the house, which is ideal given that it's a bedroom, and I think honestly we have to thank for that the wall paint color. So the color that we've got on our walls, which is always very hard to show you on camera, like compared to a true representation. If I show you the corner of the room, you might be able to see, given the white door, the cream ceiling. So the walls are in Lick Beige is it Beige 03? It's a very, obviously it's called beige, it's got beige in the name, it's very warm toned, but I always think it's got quite a lot of green undertone to it, which I do love touches of green throughout our house, like our downstairs loo is painted dark green, as is the kitchen island. So yeah, it's one of my favourite wall colours in the whole house. I think it's probably a bit too dark to have colour drenched the entire space. We could have done the entire bedroom in this colour, I think, but in terms of like downstairs spaces, I do feel like it's maybe slightly too dark, a tad too dark. I'll just give you a run through actually of what we have got in this room. We've got a stack of books with a lamp that was kind of just placed there, but I do quite like it styled up. We never use that chair to sit. It maybe look better rather than on a chair on a little pedestal or table or something. Quite appropriate given that it's in a bedroom. A basket that is overflowing, so I want to do at some point a basket switch out. My bench, which is normally when like I've properly made the room and styled it. Okay, let's just do it because that's me being lazy. Once I've made the bed, put the basket on there with my little 5-minute journal, and then my bench, which is from Home Barn. Again, one of my favourite interior shops in the entire world, goes there. But the reason why I moved it is I just needed to clean the carpet. There's a few marks and stuff that I'm going to try and get out. But also, we don't have the bench there at night because Barney sleeps up against this bed. If he's not in his own bed, that's where you'll find him. Ladder I got from Argos as a little white company dupe with a nice cosy throw on it, probably from Primark. Bedside tables are from Tilly and Ted Homeware. Lamps are from Zara Home. The little lamp that we've got here, which was one of Tom's Christmas presents, that is from Health, which is like a sunlight, a fake sunlight rising alarm clock. We've not needed it recently. It's been so nice being awoken naturally by the sunlight at sort of 6-7 a.m. rather than having an alarm clock. So yeah, we've not actually been using it. Our bed is from Dusk. I don't know if I would recommend it. It feels like, I like the look of it, but it does feel quite cheaply made, if I'm being honest with you. We've also had a bit of an upgrade that we're going to do on our bed, on our mattress. We have decided to invest into a Temper mattress, and I say a Temper mattress, it's actually 2 Temper mattresses. The reason why we're switching up, obviously we've always used Emma mattresses predominantly. I mean, the spare room's got an Emma mattress, this is an Emma mattress, this sofa bed in the basement is an Emma mattress. However, we've been to like a mattress shop to do like a bit of a sleep trial thing that you can do where you lie on the bed and it molds to your body shapes, and it shows that Tom needs a firmer mattress than I do. I've ordered a Temper medium and Tom's got a Temper medium firm, and we've got separate singles because 2 singles make a Super King, so we're going to try that. So that is incoming. And then bedding is from Dusk. Love Dusk bedding. The cushions and throws are from Magic Linen. This one's Magic Linen. I think it's Primark and HomeSense. Little tray from Dunelm, Journal, Home Barn.
these washing baskets which have lights and darks written on and are obviously quite full, so need sorting out. A wash needs to go on. They are from Zara Home. A couple of books, candle, diffuser. Mirror is from HomeSense. These drawers are from Dunelm. The knobs, I've changed them. They're from Zara Home. And oh, this is one of my faves. My bedside faves. Little photo strip from Bubby's in New York when we had the pancakes. Best breakfast ever. They've got a little vintage photo booth downstairs. Another bedside must. These. I always have them there just in case. I think that little pot was from HomeSense as well. It's just got a couple of crystals in for beside my bed, and that is everything. I feel like I just have to show you this view from my filming room, my wardrobe room, where you can see the magnolia from this angle. It is just, it's like verging on being in full bloom. It is practically there, but there are still some buds still left to open. So, but then there are also some leaves that are already started to drop, some petals. But yeah, oh, it just makes my heart happy for the few weeks a year that we get this in full bloom. And there's nothing better on a spring, warm day, sunny day, than to let in some fresh air. First thing I want to change is this wreath. This wreath I got from Primark not too long ago. It's from the Primark edit. Sorry about my flyaways. I've just thrown my hair up. I've not properly styled it today. I've just bunged it up in a pony, so I've not got any product in it. Because it's quite freshly washed, so it doesn't need loads of thick products in. I could just take it down, but I just wanted it off my face today. But anyway, this Primark wreath from Primark edit, absolutely love. And I feel like it's now time to go on the outside of the front door. Another touch that oh, look at that magnolia. Can you see it through there? Stunning. Another touch that I've been loving is adding fresh flowers to my house. And oh, we've lost a tulip head. Oh dear. That needs to go. But yeah, we've got some fresh white tulips. I need to stock up my lemon bowl. Lemons are a really nice addition to make it feel spring and summer like as well, actually. A nice spring summer addition. Kind of ties in with our tea towel over there, which is also from HomeSense, as are those fruit bowls. These are a mismatch. This Sophie Allport is a bit grubby and needs to go in the wash. But it's got sunflowers on. I do have the matching tea towel, but I really like this one. So we might just maybe pop that in the wash and then just store it in a cupboard underneath, or even see if I can find an oven glove that matches this better. We have some more flowers here, and as you can tell, I'm not opposed to a little pop of colour, especially when it does come to florals. Unless if you're buying artificial, the benefit of a floral is obviously that it has a shelf life. They are not a permanent fixture in your home, so by adding a pop of colour here and there, it's a good like test run to see how you feel with that colour in your space. And it is spring. I don't mind a little pop of colour in spring. I think just to add a bit of life and a bit of warmth. That's not to say I don't also love, or even prefer, just some plain crisp white tulips at this time of the year. Another flower I love, hydrangeas, and you can get some really pretty pastels with hydrangeas. Looking at my shelves, they're looking a little autumnal. I might make a couple of switches to the shelves. And the thing that I've been telling myself, especially this year, I've kind of gone in with an attitude of having a stock room or stock space if you've not got enough space for an entire room. Obviously an entire room is a luxury, but to have some kind of storeroom or store space, to have a kind of inventory of home decor that you can kind of shop your own home, rather than my attitude, which especially in the black bookcase room, if you look at those bookshelves, my attitude is if you buy it, you put it out. And I'm changing that attitude, because then it just looks over cluttered, over complicated, chaotic, and not styled well. So that's what I'm saying to myself, is strip back, less is more. Just because it's not on the shelf doesn't mean that it won't, you know, you can switch it out in the future. You can have little seasonal shifts and changes up with different vases and pots and crockery and artwork, books, everything like that. And for the most part, my books are fairly neutral, but I do have, let me show you my shelves. These are the ones that I'm talking about. They're very warm toned, and as you can tell, they are styled up. I mean, there's a big gap up there that I feel like needs better work. But they're styled up to be quite, I think that looks quite autumnal. So I think we need to switch out the darker browns, maybe add in pops of like bright whites maybe for spring will look really nice. These stems as well, I think they're quite wintry and autumnal. They're like almost mini pine cones, so I feel like we could switch out those two. Maybe again like a fresh hydrangea, well I say fresh, artificial hydrangea or something like that. My treat bowl currently is just filled with a load of weathers, which, oops, we very rarely get tempted by these, so I quite like them being filled with something like this so that we're not easily tempted. Mini eggs at this time of the year would be a good shout, but you wouldn't be able to put them in this kind of exposed paper mache bowl. I would need like a glass one, so maybe we could add that to the kitchen island. But again, it's then a temptation, isn't it? But yeah, that's how it's currently looking. I'm sorry to say it, Barn, but this is another area that upsets me. It gets very messy and cluttered, and I initially put these two baskets beside Barney's bed for his toys, which are overflowing, and like garden throws and blankets to take outside to keep warm in the summer months. However, as you can tell, it's ended up being a basket to store like garden shoes, and I just don't like them. I don't like the fact that we can see them. And the blankets that wear underneath, there's only a couple in there, but obviously now they're grubby. So I'm going to bung those in the wash, and I'm going to switch these baskets over and use this one for our outdoor shoes, which I might even pop behind here so you can kind of, they're a bit hidden by the table. And then have the bigger toy basket for Barney's toys so that they're not just overflowing and don't even fit. And it also allows him to easily be able to get in there. However, going into a basket that hasn't been touched in a while fills me with a little bit of dread, because there might be some 8-legged friends in there, although it's not spider season right now, is it? So we should probably be doing this now before it becomes spider season. But I will be doing this with caution. Just warning you. If you see me jump, I've seen a spider. There we go, that's looking a lot cleaner and fresher. I just need to sort out Barney's blanket and tuck that in a bit better, but I won't move him just yet. I also feel like this wall space is definitely lacking something. I don't know whether to do like a gallery wall here, or maybe even we've talked about getting like a really decent, nice piece of artwork. The only thing about having something heavy there is I'm frightened to death of it dropping. Like, in just an intrusive thought attitude and you can't live your life like that, or am I being wise? Let me know. Maybe we could have some kind of a canvas on there that's quite light rather than a heavy piece of artwork or mirror or something. But yeah, I just couldn't. That's one thing that's putting me off even putting anything on this wall. Is these bed's just there. He's saying, yeah, Mom, you're being silly. I'm fine. This boy loves a chin scratch. a faux hydrangea here, which may be too big for this pot. We'll try it and see if it fits, but I definitely want to remove these. Do you know where it does do good faux stems that I've not been to in a while? The Range. So I'm thinking maybe we could, in my next vlog, go to the Range and see if they've got any that we could add. It's still quite, not autumn, because I do think green works for spring as well, but I do feel like there's quite a lot of warmth here. So let me remove this book from here, and this obviously adds quite a lot of warmth as well. I have these bowls that I picked up from Sostering Green not too long ago, so maybe we could do a little duo of bowls instead. I feel like I'll have a play around, and if I switch things up I will keep you posted on that. But at least we've replaced the stems and taken out a bit of the dark kind of warmth. We've still got a little bit running through, which I don't mind, but for now that's a little brighter, a little less wintry.
Whilst it is so sunny outside, it'd just be rude not to at least go and enjoy the sun a little bit. So I've decided to, got my laptop notebook, I'm going to just do a little bit of work, a little bit of admin type work at, I don't know where. I might just go and try and find like a cafe or something somewhere. I'm just trying to think of where's in the sun so that we can sit out and where I can take Barney. I tend to just take, for a bag to go, I tend to just grab a Neptune bag. Speaking of, it's actually a place I've not been to in what feels like a while. I wonder if they've got any like new spring bits worth having a look at. But yeah, I'll just grab this to go, enjoy some sun and some lunch in the sun, hopefully, if we can find somewhere. I'm just going to fill up my, oh, there's a bit of a mark on that, my diffusers. Oh, that's dirty. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I'm going to use the diffuser oil from the White Company. And I have this scent which I picked up, I think it was last year or maybe the year before. This is in the scent Verde, which is very, as the name would suggest, a very green smelling, herby, perfect for spring. I feel like it just gives a really nice, it's like a fresh garden without loads of like florals, because you know me and my preference against a floral. So I just pop a few drops in there, top it up with water. This is the Aspar oil diffuser, and turn it on. Quite like this one because it's got a nice neutral white light that you can add on. There we go. Water break, your reminder if you haven't already hydrated. I'm just popping in some of my humanitarian electrolytes. I really like these. They're the lime flavour, Himalayan lime. It's actually got to the point now though, if I just have a water without this in, I find it boring. And I'm like, oh, I could just do with a bit of a zesty lime flavour to my water. Often they'll do like deals or a cheaper model if you buy like a subscription, which I have, but I just pause it all the time. So, as when I don't need them. You can have like 1 to 2 a day of them. I probably don't have any more than like 5 a week, so I definitely don't need the full subscription model, but it just adds a little something to your water and obviously keeps you better hydrated. Right, I found this bowl in the other room and I thought, oh, I could use this to replace something on the shelf, maybe pop it up there. And I thought, actually, no, you know what I could do? My console by the front door needs a little something. And at the minute, all it's got on the top of it is I really want to change that console table. It's a very budget find that I got from Amazon. I keep my eyes peeled for anything as and when I'm antiquing or thrifting for something that's a bit more lived in, a bit more rustic. But anyway, that console table at the front of the door just has a diffuser on the top of it, which I do like to put on, especially when we've got people coming over, because it's the first time that you're hit with the home scent is as soon as you walk through the door. So yeah, that will stay there, but that's all I've got on there. So I thought we could add this bowl and have a lip balm bowl. I'm always a wearer of lip balms, never lipsticks, very rarely lipsticks. I'll show you what I've got on at the minute. Often it's just a Carmex, so some kind of lip liner and a lip balm. I thought I could do a little lip balm bowl by the front door, so I've always got them to hand to grab and go. I've got my favourites and my ones that I keep in their place. So for instance, in my makeup bag, I've got my Summer Fridays lip balm. In my kitchen drawer, I've got my Carmex. And in my car, I've got my Laneige lip sleeping mask in the vanilla, which is lovely. Actually, that would look nice in this pot because I'm going with a bit of a colour theme of neutral brown paints because obviously they're going to be on display. But I've been gathering a few recently that I picked up and I thought, you know what, let's just throw them all in. The bowl itself is from Home Sense. It's a marble bowl, very similar to the White Company one. That was kind of like the first thing I thought when I saw this. Little scalloped bowl. And then from Duty Free on our recent skiing holiday, I picked up these at a discount. So from Cleanziderm Lip Perfectors, these are a really lovely formula. I've used them for years. These ones do add a bit of pigment. They do add a bit of colour though. But obviously this little duo pack that was in Duty Free were in two neutral colours, which is perfect. So we've got a shade 5 Candy Shimmer. This shade, I'll throw that in there. And then we've got number 6 Rosewood Shimmer, a bit more of a browny, darker tone. I also got these recently sent to me from Max Factor, the Mellow Blurs. I'm yet to try these, and I might not add these into the bowl because they're actually a soft blurring lipstick. They're not a lip gloss, so it kind of defeats the purpose of having a lip gloss or lip balm bowl. So I'm just going to pop them to one side now, but I thought as fillers they look aesthetic and gorgeous, and if you are more of a lipstick wearer then you might get on with those. This one is from Collection, so a nice budget option to accessorize and fill up this bowl. I'm going to take off the labels as well, the white barcode, but this is in the shade 3 Iced Latte. Iced Latte, oh, that matches my nails. From Maybelline, the Lifter Gloss. It's also got hyaluronic acid in it, this one. So I think this one's kind of like a skincare meets beauty, meets makeup. So I'm yet to try this one. I want to just try a little bit on top of, it's quite a, it's not a true representation because I already had a bit of a balm on anyway. It's very light, feels nice and light on the lip. I also picked up these from Look Fantastic, the store in Altrincham recently, from Laneige. I love their lip sleeping masks anyway. Like I said, I've got one in the car. I find them a bit awkward in that you have to like dig your finger in, or I think it comes with an applicator, but they never last, do they? If something comes with an applicator, the applicator very rarely gets used. For me anyway, but this has, oh, this has got a bit more than just what I thought in it. Cinnamon sugar and strawberry sprinkles. I think I'll particularly like the strawberry sprinkles one. Then you also get this little charm, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to put that in a little pile to give to one of Tom's nieces or something, or I don't know. And then you've got a couple of these sample size products, which I love. This one, this is my moisturizer that I use every single day, the Waterbank Blue Hyaluronic Cream Moisturizer. Then this is their Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer from MAC. This is one that I picked up recently. I loved the look of this. The color itself is a gorgeous soft pink, and this is a balm. I think this might be one that I'll end up grabbing and going, and it might end up staying in a handbag or something. But yeah, in the shade Favorite. That's lovely. And then this, the Kylie makeup in general is quite well loved across the board. So I thought I'd grab this lip butter that she sells in the shade Vanilla Caramel. Vanilla Caramel, as she'll probably say, caramel. Yeah, it's nice matte pink packaging. So that's my little lip balm and lip gloss bowl. Let me know if you do a little recreation yourself, what you end up going with. Obviously you could go drugstore, you could go high end, or you could do what I've done, a bit of a mixture. But yeah, you could even do a different color theme. Because I know, like for instance, if you wanted to add some like greens in there or spring tones, have a little spring pastel bowl. The Summer Fridays one, which I have in my makeup bag, I have two. I have the beige coloured one, which would fit nicely in this bowl, which is in the vanilla scent. But I've also got the mint one, which is a really pretty pistachio green kind of colour. So yeah, you could have fun, have a play around. Let's pop it on the console table.
You have to tag me in any recreation photos that you do on Instagram so that I can share them for more inspo, for more ideas.
One of my favourite things to do every single day. I usually do it after I've got ready for bed, but I shall do that in a second, is journal. And the two that I'm working on at the moment are these two, which I have shown before, but I'll show you my journals again. The 1 line a day, I have already one of these fully completed. They follow a year-long cycle. No, they follow a 5-year cycle where you have the date on the top and then you date it to 2026 and then you fill it in. So yeah, this is my brand new one for this year, which I've been doing, and yeah, it's quite nice to, after the 5-year one, I kind of got to the point where I was so, it was so part of my routine that I thought I can't just all of a sudden, having done it for 5 years, just not do it. Like, there's loads of milestones in it about like the house renovation, getting Barney, some highs, some lows, everything in between. And I just thought, I really want to see where I go for the next 5 years. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get another one. This was added to my Christmas list, and it was Tom's mum that bought me this. I've been doing that every day, which is literally just a sentence to kind of like sum up the day. And then this I found in a charity shop, and again, I've had similar where I've done a question a day. So this one actually asks you a question, and it's interesting to see how your answers change over the years. So this is also a 5-year one, so nice and reflective. Today's question is, jot down a news story from today. So again, something that you could then look back on and think, wow, I forgot that happened, or it could just be local news, or yeah. So jot down a news story from today. I never really talk about the news or politics or anything like that in my videos. Just know that I know what's going on. I just always want my videos to be that kind of light-hearted space that is something that takes you away from that. Because let's face it, a lot of the news is a lot of doom and gloom, a lot of sadness, a lot of heartache, overwhelming feelings and emotions, and sometimes it can get a bit much, honestly. So I know what's going on with the world, but I also take a stance of sometimes I choose not to look, or sometimes I choose not to get too engrossed in it, because otherwise my entire TikTok feed becomes it. So when I'm, again, like TikTok for me is a source of, or YouTube, it's a source of comfort, of escapism, and I really hope and want my videos to be that for you guys, and just your day-to-day, your mundane, your things that, I don't know, just take you away from the reality sometimes of what's going on in the world. And some might say that's naive, that's not true, it's not a real representation of what's going on. I often get messages on Instagram saying you need to speak up more about what's going on in the world, and I think, no, I don't have to speak about it. I don't have to. If you want me to speak about that and I'm not doing it, then you can go elsewhere and find the news channels or find people that are more open about politics and debates and deeper things. I don't shy away from deep conversations, but for me, just not political, you know. I hope that kind of makes sense. So yeah. Right, I am going to croaky throat. I'm gonna love you and leave you, and hope you all enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, of course, again to Epitome for very kindly sponsoring today's video. Just a reminder to use the link that I will leave in the description box. I also have the discount code freya10. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope to see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.